here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government calls for total compliance, adherence to traffic regulations as ministerial press briefing begins. Federal government upgrades 991 primary health centers, rehabilitation of over 2,000 underway. On the foreign scene, gunmen kill at least 5 terrorists in Indian-administered Kashmir. In sports, Nigeria's international Gift Monday makes National Soccer Women's League Team of the Week. Now, the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State government has called for total compliance and adherence to all traffic rules and regulations to save lives and property of residents. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiyemi made this appeal at the commencement of the year 2025 ministerial press briefing. Was the theme Greater Lagos Journey, Strong, Steady and Sure. Oshiyemi hinted that before the end of the year, construction work will start on the 68 kilometers Green Line Rail project from Marina to Lekki as the Sanwo-Olu administration intensifies effort to implement the strategic transportation master plan, including on-road, water transportation and provision of infrastructure. According to him, construction of work has also started on the second phase of the Blue Line Rail from Mile 2 to Kokomaiko, with the acquisition of 3 brand new rolling stocks, while the first phase of the 37 kilometers Red Line Rail from Oyinbu to Agbado is still operational.
Lagos transportation landscape, the commitment extends beyond the options of roads, rails, and water transport, but to overall quality of life for Lagosians. His vision for Lagos transportation is a journey towards integration of all modes, affordability, efficiency, sustainability, and innovation. The strides made in the past years, coupled with ongoing projects, depicts a commitment to recreating a city where commuting is seamless and the environment thrives.
Oshiyemi said to curb illegal parking, which impedes flow of traffic. The Lagos Parking Authority LASPA stepped up advocacy campaign to encourage voluntary compliance and embrace technology to improve parking management, provide easy access to information and payment options. He also stated that the Motor Vehicle Administration Agency has registered a total number of 65,531 new private vehicles and 13,397 commercial vehicles from May 2024 to March this year. Earlier in his opening remarks, Commissioner for Information and Strategy Benga Motosho noted that the yearly event is organized to showcase the activities and achievement of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration.
Traffic management and transportation is the first in line when you consider all of the items on the things agenda on which all the developments that you have to see in Lagos are based. It is the compass on which Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration runs. And I have this permission this morning to come and open this yearly show, the ministerial press briefing, where we talk about all of the things that the administration has achieved in the past year.
Our correspondent Adiola Kinele quotes the Commissioner of Transportation as saying that the Lagos Bus Service Limited has moved a total of 60,882,000 passengers from May 2019 till February this year. The Lagos Waste Management Authority (LOMA) has arrested over 300 persons for waste disposal infractions in a renewed offensive through surveillance and investigative activities. The arrest resulted through a collaboration with the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps (LAGESC) from day and night surveillance effort aimed at identifying and apprehending individuals and businesses involved in illegal dumping across the city. Managing Director of Loma, Muyiwa Gbadegesian, confirmed that the agency had deployed comprehensive strategies, including the use of surveillance teams and a mobile enforcement unit to monitor environmental infractions and ensure surveillance with sanitation laws. Gbadegesian said many have already been charged to court and sentenced to community service, stressing that this will serve as a deterrent to those bent on derailing efforts of the authority to sustain cleanliness of the environment. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Yebanji has restated the commitment of his administration to transforming the state tourism destinations into world-class attractions. Governor Yebanji stated this during the 7th edition of Hike Ekiti Mountain Safari, which took place at Sabonke Mountain, also known as Mountain of Cloud, in Ifalaye, Ekiti. Describing tourism as a vital sector of the economy, the governor said if properly harnessed, it could significantly enhance the state revenue base, describing the location as a hidden treasure with immense potential to attract global attention. Oyebanji directed the Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Cooperatives, Commissioner Arts and Culture, as well as the Director General, Bureau of Tourism Development, to develop a comprehensive investment plan for the mountain. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government says a total of 991 primary healthcare centers across the country have been revived. The executive director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Mui Aino, revealed this at the quarterly press briefing and the commencement of the World Vaccination Week to assess the progress of the agency. According to him, an additional 2,701 PHCs were undergoing renovation. Aino stated that the agency was leveraging heavily on technology to digitize healthcare delivery, noting that a live dashboard had been introduced to assess the primary healthcare centers in different wards across Nigeria. He also said that 120,000 healthcare workers had been retained, declaring that emergency services had been improved with the provision of ambulances across the country. A group of protesters have stormed the office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi to demand the prosecution of former Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL Group Chief Executive Officer Mele Kyari. The group, under the banner of Concerned Citizens Against Corruption, also asked the AGF to conduct a thorough investigation into NNPCL's transactions over the past 5 years. Its convener, Kabir Matazu, who led the protest, expressed disappointment that despite President Bola Tinubu's removal of Kyari and the entire NNPCL board on April 2, no steps have been taken to investigate the alleged corrupt practices during Kyari's tenure. The South-South Zonal Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has appointed caretaker committees to manage the affairs of the Bayelsa and Edo State chapters for the next 3 months. According to a statement by the Zonal Publicity Secretary, Etim Isang, the decision was made at the regular zone meeting at the Zonal Secretariat in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. It noted that the Zonal Working Committee made decisions in the best interest of the party after a careful review of its activities in the 2 affected states. In foreign news now, at least 5 people have been killed after gunmen opened fire on a group of domestic tourists visiting a popular beauty spot in Indian-administered Kashmir. The attack took place in Pahalgam, a picturesque town in the Himalayas, often described as the Switzerland of India. The region's chief minister, Omar Abdullah, said the attack was much larger than anything seen directed at civilians in recent years. Reports suggest the number of casualties is significantly higher than what has so far been confirmed. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the perpetrators would be brought to justice. And the Vatican says Pope Francis' funeral will take place on Saturday at 10 o'clock local time in front of St. Peter's Basilica. The date was decided after cardinals met in Vatican City to discuss the funeral's timing. Ahead the funeral, Pope Francis's body will lie in an open casket in St. Peter's Basilica from Wednesday morning, where mourners will be able to pay their respect to the late pontiff. Tributes have poured in from around the world after Pope Francis died on Easter Monday, aged 88. And sport now. Washington Spirit forward Gift Monday has been named a National Soccer Women's League NSWL Team of the Week. Monday scored the winning goal in Washington Spirit's 1-0 victory over Orlando Pride last weekend. It was a maiden goal for Spirit and second appearance for the club. The Nigerian international hit target on 63 minutes after capitalizing on an error from goalkeeper Anna Morehouse. The defeat was Orlando Pride's first in 22 league outings. Her teammates Aubrey Kingsbury, Tara McCohen, and Riley Bennell were also included in the selection. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us on Blackcollar various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration constructed watch towers with alarm bells and perimeter fences in model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has called for total compliance and adherence to all traffic rules and regulations to save lives and property of residents. The federal government said a total of 991 primary healthcare centers across the country have been revived. We also told you that at least 5 people have been killed after gunmen opened fire on a group of domestic terrorists visiting a popular beauty spot in Indian-administered Kashmir. Finally, in sport, Washington Spirit forward Gift Monday has been named in National Soccer Women's League NSWL Team of the Week. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowolaya. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.